we are back again, Charlie. I hope you are doing amazing. I'm currently here in Cape Coast, a beautiful house called Raj Homes, and you guys know anytime I go somewhere new, I like to take you along. So let's see, this is where I'm going to be spending 2 nights, and of course you guys are coming along. Let's see what's in here. Let's go. I came here with Henrietta, and so I'm super excited. Henrietta is also a YouTuber. I'll share her link in the details. Please follow her,
guys. Go
subscribe, and show her some love. So let's go. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Like, look at this place. I love this place. Gosh. Anyway, guys, let's go in.
So just when you enter, this is what you get when you book Raj Homes. It's on Airbnb. I'll be sharing all the details in my description box. Let's check it out. This place is nice. It's very spacious. So you can have, it's a 5-bedroom house, so you can have as many people. I mean, 5-bedroom means 10 people. So this space is really spacious for 10 people. So it comes with a stove for your cooking. Airbnb, the good part about Airbnb is the fact that you get to cook whatever meal you want. It comes with a fridge and of course cupboards to keep your items. So let's see my bedroom. So I think this place is really cute, very nice, perfect for your honeymoon, perfect for your hideout, perfect to run away from all this noise in Accra. This is also one of the rooms. Since it's an Airbnb, the guest is coming soon, but then let's have a short tour since he's not here. So this is how upstairs looks like. There are 3 rooms here and we are going to see Henrietta's room. But before we get to her room, this is how it looks like from here. I like the fact that there are so many activities to do here. Down there is a pool table. Up here is a tennis board, and this is interesting. Wow, there are beautiful places in Ghana. So we're about to see Henrietta's room.
Hello.
Hi, darling.
Hi.
Oh,
welcome to my room.
Thank you. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Give me a short tour.
Okay, guys. First of all, welcome to my room. As you can see, this space is lovely and cute. This is my bed, so comfortable, guys. You have a cute wardrobe here. Of course, I put my stuff in there already. And I love this. Like, Stella, check this out. You can keep as many things as you want.
I didn't notice.
Down here. Yes, the bed is comfortable. Your TV is here, AC is here, and I love the paintings in the room. Gosh. So there's one here, there's one here. And this is the
washroom.
Washroom, very important, guys. So this is what the washroom looks like as well. Everything is sorted, okay?
So clean.
So clean. So clean.
and this is the pool area. You know how I get so excited when there is a pool. I can't wait to just go change my bikini and dip myself into this pool. I can't wait. So this place is really beautiful, and I'm so glad I have tried Airbnb this time around because this place is nice. Please leave Accra, come to Cape Coast. This is in Cape Coast. So our host helped us order some jollof rice, and it cost us 35 cedis each. How is your food?
Good.
So she's
Beef
having
jollof.
beef jollof, and I am having jollof with fried fish. So this is what we are having for dinner, and yeah, I'm super excited you all are coming along. This place is really beautiful. I'm having so much. So Henrietta doesn't know how to play the pool, so I'm going to be teaching her.
So I can play anyone?
Yes. You always have to start with the white ball. The white ball must hit any of the balls. No! Come to where the white ball is and hit any of the balls to enter into any of the balls.
Oh, okay.
Because right now nobody has.
See how I'm doing it if I'm doing it right.
Us going to have breakfast. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
So this small pack they came with, it comes with Milo, Lipton. This is so cute.
Very cute.
Very cute.
Super
Yeah.
cute.
I'm going to have breakfast, and you all know I am not a Milo person. I am a tea person. So I'm going to have Lipton, bread, and egg. So you're all invited. I woke up fine. I woke up refreshed. I woke up sweet. Cheers. So you don't usually get breakfast when staying at Airbnb. So getting breakfast while here, I think it's a plus. This is like homestay with hotel lifestyle. Well, let me know in the comment section which part of this house is your favorite so far. Mine, I'll say the fact that it has a pool and the bedroom and the kitchen. I would like to have an island in my future home. It's so beautiful. And how is your morning going? I hope you're doing amazing as I just discovered something. It looks like a garden. Let's see what's here. Oh, these are grapes. Like, wow. Let's see. Look at this. This looks ripe. And this is how the local grapes look like. Oh, this is interesting. I can get grape juice today because that was like another underground mini garden with grapes on top of the yard. This is beautiful, very serene. You can just go down there, sit there and read a book. This is the life in Cape Coast. So one exciting thing about the place is the fact that it has a private pool. this is going to be our last morning, in fact our last day, and breakfast is ready. How was your night yesterday?
Great, amazing. Mwah! I enjoyed it.
And I can't get over this place. Guys, look at this. Just look at this. Look at the view. Look at this. This is our breakfast. We're going to have bread, eggs, and I really like this thing that it comes with. It has all kinds of tea. I'm not a Milo person, so I'm going to take Lipton. And yeah, and the fact that since I came, there has been fruits available for us is amazing. Last night was apples, today is oranges and pawpaw, banana, and they also have lemon if you would want. So you're all invited. Let's have breakfast, then we'll prepare to leave this beautiful home. It's been 2 amazing nights, 2 amazing days of enjoying. It looks like I'm falling in love with Airbnbs now. I'm being honest. Yeah, this place is nice. So I'm going to leave all the details about this place in my description box. This is the last room, which is the master bedroom. It comes with a jacuzzi. The good part is from the room you have access to the balcony, which is also access to everyone in the building. And for the men who can lift, I mean, here can also serve as a gym, and also yeah, you can be able to lift yourself from here. So yeah, here is so serene, beautiful, very airy, and the fact that there are grapes around, you can just plug. Look at these grapes here. This is I had some yesterday. It's the local grapes, unlike the sweet grapes we all know, like the foreign type. This is the local grapes. It's sweet and sour at the same time. So if you're someone who likes sugar, but this grapes is nice. So yeah. So guys, this brings us to the end of our stay here at Raj Homes, and I came here with Henrietta. Henrietta, how was the place been?
Oh, Jeffrey, we had such a good time, guys.
Yeah,
you should all come here, seriously.
The place, I think I've said enough about the place, especially the pool. The bedroom is so cute, the kitchen, the reception, the host was amazing. Look at this house, just look at this house. Like, don't you want to stay here? So this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoy watching this video as much as we enjoyed making it. So until next time on our next video, guys, I love you all. Let me blow you kisses, even though my hands are full. All 4 rooms cost $55 and the master bedroom costs $120. To book the entire unit, you get a big discount. Coast. This is Raj Homes. So guys, I'm here with Tatiana Aina. So I've been receiving a lot of comments that I need to link up with Tatiana, and we are currently here at Makola. Just look at Makola.
So why did you bring me to Makola.
Okay, so she's about to try street food and we are going thrift shopping. We're going to buy clothes. We're going to buy phones. Exactly. Guys, she's a local, typical African Ghanaian girl. Head to her channel, show her some love. She's doing amazing. What do you do on your channel?
Hey, we do everything local. If you want to see something local, you can come to my channel. If you want to see something high class, you see that first class thing, you can stay on Stanley's channel.
Don't mind it. We do everything, from hotels to resorts to everything.
Yeah, I don't have the money for
hotels. Don't mind it. So guys, I'm currently here with Tatiana and she's very beautiful, just as her videos, and we're about to go thrift shopping at Kantamanto, which is at Makola, which is one of the the biggest market in Accra.
Makola.
Yeah, have you been here before?
Yeah, I've been here.
Okay, so you guys are coming along and let's go. Expect that the market women will tell us not to film, but then we film either way.
Oh, yeah, that one.
So yeah, let's go right into the video. So we started with coconuts. She's already enjoying, and this is mine. So cheers. This is so refreshing. I mean, we have a long journey ahead. So let's start with coconut. It's very windy now.
I'm taking it slow.
So we are approaching Kantamanto now, and one thing you should also know is Ghana is very, very hot. It's currently hot. Like, you must always have water and handkerchief with you. So they said one is 4 CDs and then the rest is 5 CDs. So we're about to do some selection now to see what we can get.
This is nice.
Yeah, very nice.
There be my amount.
No, this one is not bargain, no.
This is not bargain. Don't go me.
So no the bargain.
Let's bargain. That would be nice.
At the same time, the top is 4 CD.
Hey.
That's the relative. That is the order from above. Order from above. Yes.
The plan is to spend 100 Ghana cedi and on thrift clothing, which is properly called here fools. How much are you looking at spending to? So your budget is 20 cedis or 20 cedis. 20. So at the end of the day,
100 cedis.
but they turn about baby jeans. So that's the plan. Let's see what I get out of 100 cedis here at Kantamanto. So yeah, you guys are coming along. What did you say? Now what's today?
What a nice, and it be pretty. Gentlemen.
Stop. Any seminar away swimming costume campo.
Okay, swimming.
What's it?
Okay, swimming dodo. Hey. Okay, swimming.
So I'm looking at getting office dresses, and then I also came to also get some. Let's see what it is.
A whole YouTuber like you are buying dress for 2 cities, like really?
That is the real. One thing you don't also know is when you buy new things, you also have to mix it with thrifted clothes. When you dress, people will be wondering, Stella, where do you get your clothes? And I get a lot of DMs. So you guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, please go to Instagram. This is one of the places I also shop. Sometimes, not every time. I mix it with a new thing. So you wear like a thrifted clothes with a new jeans, a new pair of jeans like this. This is a thrifted clothes.
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you can't say thrifted.
Thrifted, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is 2 cities.
2 cities. Wow. Ah, first girl. First girl. Swimming costume ni bi wa how?
Swimming costume.
And I been here.
Everything. I had a mixed fraction.
Mixed fraction. Oh, this one is nice.
This is 2 cities.
Wow.
Yeah, so
a YouTuber. You.
I've gotten a subscriber here at the Kantamanto market.
So you are famous.
Yeah, he's subscribing to me. No one
like it, no one share.
Like and share. So I got this one. I also got this one. Okay, so you better wait. This will look good on me.
Yeah.
5 cedi.
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice. 5 cedis. Yeah, baby, on
the first day, he wants to be the video.
Nice.
5 cedi, straight dress, 5 cedi, straight dress, 5 cedi. I'm straight dress, 5 cedi, straight dress, 5 cedi.
This one is not bad.
Yeah, but it's small.
5 cedi, straight dress, 5 cedi, straight dress, 5 cedi.
Straight
dress, body con dress, 8.
What's the body con there?
Dress. Straight dress, 5 cedi, straight dress, 5 cedi, straight dress, 5 cedi. This one, 5 cedi, 5 nothing. 5 cedi, be out there, 5 cedi.
5 cedi in the
Mommy 15 cedi, come from Magic. Straight dress, 5 cedi.
Stella.
Yeah, I'm mommy skaka. This time market in there.
Maybe I
that me call me for Libya never know.
Okay, Libya.
I'm for the soon.
Sir, yeah, what be? Cafe, This one is cool.
What do you guys think about this dress?
It's cool.
Let me know in the comment section. This is 5 cedis.
5 cedis, madam, straight dress, 5 cedis, straight dress, 5 cedis.
This is what we say. You need low, let's share it high.
Thank you.
You know, when you get some heels, be on top.
Who will know that you bought it for 5 cedis?
Straight dress, 5 cedis, straight dress, 5 cedis.
That's nice.
Straight dress, 5 cedis, straight dress, 5 cedis. Straight dress, 5 cedis, straight dress, 5 cedis.
Have you gotten some?
No. You know, it's my first.
So I got like 1, 2, and 3, which is 15 cedis. Have you gotten yourself one?
No. So that you need to help me.
So she doesn't have the eye that I have.
Nah.
So I got like 15. But intimidation me nyaman why? 15 cedis for this 3. Sure, say. So you're getting some jeans.
You got some big
So when your size, you get your size this time around. Absolutely.
Mama, me to me say
Auntie Mewa has it. Oh, I
So just try stretching. Short.
Okay, I think this will do. Maya saying
like that one.
15 cedis. Okay. So I will try it and see.
This one.
Okay, I also like this one.
Hey, this one will be very cool. You?
Yeah.
So Stella.
Yeah.
You like this one?
It's not bad. Let me see the front.
The front.
Yeah. Oh, this is cute.
Let me see. Say your buttocks is big. This one.
Okay,
so guys, when you come to the market and you don't really have time to try things on, you can use this one. Do like this. If you can put my mask.
Yeah. So you use it around your neck.
Like this.
Like this. Once the edges reach the back of the neck, like this. Hold it. Let me show them.
Show them.
Like this. You pick the jeans, then you use it to measure your neck.
If it's okay, let me see. You see, if it reaches the tip, then that means you are
know that it's your size. And I have big thighs, so I'm looking at something that can stretch. And this is stretchy because you don't have time. Like the market is so busy, you don't have time to be wearing it. So I know for sure that this pair of jeans will fit. I can't wait to rock it for you.
Try this one.
Let me try this one and see. This one doesn't stretch. It's rigid, so it won't. And look, the waist looks small, and the size is also size 8.
African lady.
Yeah, it's for the ones with the cute bum bums.
Like me.
Mama, for black. Black. Wait, you better wait.
Wait, say no.
You better wait. Where's one? Hey. Guys, what do you think about these jeans?
Hey, comment below, right?
Comment below. So guys, remember I told you how hot it is here in Ghana. I got myself some pure water. If you're a foreigner and you come to Ghana, opt for the bottled water. The pure water is, even though it's very hygienic, you have to get used to it to be able to do well with your stomach. So if you're a foreigner and you come to Ghana, please opt for the bottled water. Bottled water is usually 1 cedi, 20 pesos. This is like 30 pesos.
Cheers. So guys, now I can drink this one. So when I came to Ghana, I wasn't drinking this one because when I drink it, trust me, the whole day I have to run to the bathroom, run. But now it's been like 3 months that I'm in Ghana and I'm used to it now, so I can drink it.
So after going through a lot, I finally decided to buy this one.
And the other one?
It's 15 cedis. But
let's bargain.
You bargain. Whenever you're in town, you always bargain. 15 cedis. Auntie, what about me 10 cedis for?
Mama,
Oh, ma. So I'm bargaining so that I can get it for 10 cedis. Then I buy 2, which is 20 cedis. So I'm left to buy a pair of jeans. Then I can call it. I'm so happy with the things I've gotten. Even though I can't wait, Tatiana. She has only been eating. Guys, if you are watching this video, please head to her channel right now. Show her some love. Tell her you came from Stella Chanel's channel to show her some. She's doing amazing. She vlogs about Ghana, a lot of videos from Ghana. So show her some love. This is the struggle behind the video. Yeah. This is my friend called Sakwadie. Whenever you come to Accra, come to very close here. Once you see these balls, come to Sakwadie. Sakwadie must try my jeans backward. Oh, sit down. And say, jeans 35. When I used to be in school, I used to come here a lot of time to buy my jeans from here. This is my boyfriend. Really? Yeah,
he's a cool guy. Who find him at me?
He's begging. He says he begs. Oh, I don't beg Coco.
There be also when the girls propose to guys, they think you are making fun of them.
Yeah.
But it's not cool.
For me, high-waisted jeans, like. Yeah. Don't watch about. So I go like some vintage jeans. At least I know it will fit.
Let me see.
Should I wear? Yeah, this one.
Okay. It's nice.
And the size, it's exactly my size. It's size 14. Okay. So I know it will fit. It will fit.
And take this one.
Yeah. And he also gave me like very tight things. It's also another option. Like these are the loose jeans. So it looks like I've spent beyond my budget. I budgeted 100 cedis, but then coming here, the jeans is 35 to 40 cedis, and he's giving it to me for 30 cedis. And I'm buying two, so I've exceeded 20 Ghana cedis. And she's also here measuring her.
How do you see it?
You have to wait and see. It looks small though. So guys, this is the things I ended up buying here. What did you buy?
Jeans, just jeans.
Just jeans. How much did you spend?
150 cedis.
And I spent close to 160 cedis for everything.
Okay.
So I can't wait to show you all what I bought. You also have to show them what here.
Okay.
So guys, if you're watching this video, show Tatiana Aina some love. Head to her channel, tell her Stella Chanelli sent you. Show her some love, she's doing amazing. Go back, watch her videos and come back and come and comment down. So yeah, until next time on my next video, on my channel we blow them kisses. So let's go. What's that saying?
Maybe I give 50 pesos.
50 pesos. Hey, this is the cheapest I have seen. She says 50 pesos. So let's see what you got. This is 50 pesos. I can buy this one for my little girl. My cousin.
Maybe I give 50 pesos.
Hey, you put the money.
Jeans skirt, material skirts. 50 pesos. Jeans skirts, material skirts. Black one, 50 pesos. Jeans skirts, material skirts, black. 50 pesos, black.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV with me, George AC. Today, our location is Kaswa in the central region of Ghana. We are meeting up with a family of a final year student of Swedru Business School who was recently attacked by some of his schoolmates and has since been left traumatized. The student and his family believe that the school administration and in an extension, the police have not been managing the situation well. They are demanding for justice. Join me.
Yeah, good to see you. How's it? Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
So welcome back. This is still Say Loud with me, George AC, and as indicated earlier, I have my guest Ishmael Ejay, a student of Swedru Business Secondary School, and he's going to tell us about an attack on him by some mates of his in school, which has left him traumatized. Ishmael, welcome to Say Loud.
Yeah, I'm Ishmael Ejay from Swedru School of Business, and I'm in Form 3.
So, anyway, before we get into the conversation, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. A little bit. I'm recovering from the injury I had, and it's a little fine for now.
Tell us what happened to you. You said you are, by the way, what form are you in?
Form 3. Yeah, I offer visual arts.
So tell us what happened. What happened to you?
On last week's Friday, I collected exeat from my housemaster, and then I went home to take an inspection staffs. You know, on the next week we have inspection. We had an inspection, so I decided to come on Sunday. On Sunday in the evening. So when I got to school on Sunday in the evening, my door was locked. So I called a friend in house in another house, which is the house 3. So when I called him, I told him to come and open the door. and then so that I can put my stuffs in it. The next day I'll take some of my stuffs to my dormitory. So on Monday in the dawn, we were preparing for school, and then when we were preparing for school, I finished bathing, and then I went to House 3 to get my stuffs, my uniform and other stuff, my books for school, school activities. So when I was in the dorm and I was dressing, I finished dressing, and there was a guy called Opata who entered the dormitory. And then when he entered the dormitory, he came to Brian, and then Brian was also preparing for school. And when Opata came to Brian, I don't know whatever they were talking about, whatever they were saying on their own. And then all of a sudden, Brian started talking, insulting someone. I don't know who it was, but I'm sure it was me, because I didn't know. I didn't want to put myself into it because I didn't hear my name. So I was also dressing, and when I finished dressing,
What exactly were they saying?
It was like with Jimmy Cra, then he was saying some like negative stuff, negative energy stuff. So I was there and I was listening, but I decided not to mind him because I didn't hear my name from him. And then all of a sudden, he got to a point where he said he's going to sack the person from the dormitory. And then when I checked around, I was the only one in the dormitory, so I was the only foreigner in the dormitory. So I went straight to him and I approached him that, oh, if you want to take me out of the dormitory, if you want to sack me, I'll go, because it's your dormitory, that's your dorm. No, that's not my dorm. So if you want to sack me, I'll leave. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, and then he got angry. And then he got angry at me, and he said, oh, why am I saying that? And I said, oh, but you are sacking me from your dormitory. You want to sack me, so if you want to sack me, I'll leave. So already when he was insulting me and saying stuffs, I made up my mind that I'm going to leave the dormitory. When school closes, I'll just pick my stuffs, and then I'll not even come back there anymore, because the energy I'm getting from them, it was like very negative. And he was once my friend. And they didn't value me. They didn't really respect me. So I had to cut him off. And they are some group, So I cut them off, and then when I cut them off, I found peace. I was okay. I was cool. And when I'm walking around the campus, if anyone asks me, oh, why are you not working with Brian and his company? And then I'll be like, oh, then they see me John. They don't respect me, like they don't value me. That's why I tell my body. But when I take my provision, come me and them know we they share one, and it's like normal. So I learned someone went to give a false information that I was the one feeding them, or I was the one looking after them in the school or something. So someone went to tell them that. So if anyone asks them the reason why they fought with me, that's the reason. That's what they say. So that done, Brian said, why did I say that? And then he came at me. He pushed me, and I said, oh, why would you push me? Why would you touch me? Because you can't touch me. You're not supposed to do me anything. And then he went for a broom, and then he used it on my head. And then when he used it on my head, I was like, oh, so why would you do that? And he was still coming at me, so I reacted. And when I reacted, I punched him. And then a friend of his called Jerry, he also slapped me, claiming he's separating the fight. That's what he claims. So he slapped me, and I was like, oh, why did you slap me? And then he slapped me again, and I also reacted, and I slapped him because I won't allow him to cheat me. So I slapped him back, and they separated the fight. And then he didn't understand why I slapped him back. The Brian guy also didn't understand why I also touched him. I also punched him. So we went to school. The fight got separated. We went to school. I thought everything was cool, and then we went for preps. I was in the prep hall, and then a classmate of mine called Philip Ado came into my prepping room. And when he came to my prepping room, and When he came, he told me that, oh, the boys who are fighting me, they've gone to the back, so I should be careful. So he came to look after me. So when he came, when the prep closed, it was when it was closing for the prep. So we went out, and then Philip Ado's housemaster called him because he's in another house. That's house 4. His housemaster called him, and then he left me all alone. So I was the only one who was walking around. So I went to Madam's bungalow to get water. So when I was coming back, I felt really alone. I felt like if anything should happen, I wouldn't have any witness. So I saw the house prefect, that's my friend, and I went to him. When I went to him, I was like, we were having a normal conversation, not even concerning these 2 boys or anything. So we were talking, and then all of a sudden, Brian was approaching me. I thought he was going to buy water. Not knowing he was coming at me. So when he got to me, he threw his hand, and I held his hand. And then when I held his hand, the other Jerry guy was also approaching me. So I decided to concentrate on Jerry, leaving Brian so that I won't get hurt by anyone. So when I concentrated on Jerry, Brian decided to bite my shoulder. So there's a bite over it. So he was biting my shoulder, and then I was feeling the pain. So I hit his head, and then I punched him to the ground. And then when I did that, Brian went away a little while, and then I was talking to Jerry. Jerry said, "What would I do?" And I said, "Oh, I wouldn't do anything because I don't know what I've done. Like, but if you touch me, I'll touch you." And I asked him, "Why do you want to fight with me? What's all these reasons behind you all both of them fighting with me?" He didn't answer me. He was still saying, "What would I do?" And then he slapped me. So when he slapped me, I also reacted. I punched him, and then the fight got separated. So the people around told me to leave from there. So when I was moving backwards, I was being cautious. So in order for me not to get beaten by any of the 2 boys. So there was a gutter. When I was moving back, there was a gutter at the back of me, and then I unbalanced, and I mistakenly fell in the gutter. One of my friends helped me out of the gutter. When I got out of the gutter, Brian was coming with speed, with a knife in his hand, and then it was too late. So when I saw him, I tried blocking the knife. He was trying to stab me, so I blocked the knife with my left hand, and then so I blocked the knife with my left hand. And then he kept cutting me, and I kept blocking it. And then he stabbed me on my shoulder again. That's the place he was biting. So he stabbed me over there. And then when he got satisfied that I was bleeding and stuff, and then he was okay, and he started running away. And immediately, someone called my housemaster, and they came, and then I was rushed to the hospital.
All along, you felt unsafe, right? When this whole thing started, you felt a little bit unsafe. So why didn't you report to your senior housemaster or class teacher or somebody?
Yeah, actually, when I didn't feel unsafe till after preps, when a classmate came to tell me that the 2 boys have gone to the back there. So that's when I felt unsafe, because I thought the whole day, I thought, oh, everything is past, everything is cool, and I'm the type who don't like those kind of stuff, fighting, and no, I don't get angry that much because I like playing.
You said you were friends with these people. What are their actual names?
Opata, yeah, for Opata, I know that was the only name I know. Opata, and Brian Botte, and then Jerry Wellington, and yeah.
How close were you guys?
From Form 2, so from Form 2 to Form 3, we were really close.
And then you just decided that you...
Yeah, I just did because of how they saw me. They see me as John. If I should put the John, because that's they didn't really value me. They see me as a fool. Let me just put it that way.
So the injuries you suffered, how severe were these injuries?
Oh, it was really severe. It was really severe. I was really bleeding, and a lot of blood was really oozing out of my hand and then my shoulder. And there was a girl at Madam's bungalow who had a handkerchief.
Who's
so
Madam?
Madam Anita.
And she is what?
She is my house mistress.
Okay.
House 1. So someone collected the girl's handkerchief and then tied my left arm in order for the blood to stop a little bit, you know.
So you went to which hospital were you taken to?
I don't really know the name, but it's in front of our school, the Swedu Government Hospital or something. I don't really know the name of the hospital.
You were what when you went there? What did they do for you?
When I went there, I was rushed into the hospital, and then they told me to sit a little bit in order to, because they had other people to take care of. So yeah. So after them, I was next. So they sealed my hand. It was everywhere, every part that was cut and then stuff. Because my hand was really deep. It was really.
So yes. Before you go on, you said they attacked you with a knife. Where did they get the knife from?
It's not the Brian guy.
Brian.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Where did they get the knife from? What type of knife was it?
Oh, it was a cutter, a trimmer. You know, you have to pull the knife out of it. So
the one students.
Yeah, you use for visualize. Yeah.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay, so we've been speaking to Ishmael Ejay. He was attacked by his schoolmates for some very weird reasons. He suffered some serious cuts and has been home receiving treatment since. He believes that the school administration has not been fair in dealing with this situation. We will be right back to speak to him on how he feels about the whole attention the school administration has paid to this situation.
We table issues relating to the arts and entertainment for a riveting discussion, of course, without fear nor favor.
The question the presenter asked them was a dumb question. You need to speak the fact and move.
Varied views. We agree to disagree.
So I would disagree with everything you said. I think that he's a smart guy. I think what he did.
No, but I also said he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I guess that I'm waiting for the what next.
Yeah, I don't think that we have to wait for what next.
It sometimes gets confrontational, but that's the beauty of the game.
Today you funny face. It's not my brother. Funny face. I don't know him. You don't know funny face. It's not my brother. You don't know funny face.
It's a package. We meet, we sit, we dialogue, we learn, we progress. My name is Benefo Huabin Abrantepa, a proud blogger, and this is my forum.
So welcome back from the break. This is still Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV with me, George AC. We've been speaking to Ishmael, and when the information came that he had been attacked, his father dispatched some members of the family to visit the school. The delegation was made up of his uncle, Mr. Wahab, and some other people. So we'll be speaking to him before we speak to his father. Boss, welcome to Say Loud.
Thank you very much.
You went to the school after you were called.
Yes.
What transpired?
Okay, so the incident happened on the 28th of February, and the mother went to the school the next day, which was 1st of March, I think, yes. So she went to bring him to the house so that the family can actually give him the proper care and all that. So he came. When he came, the next day the family met, which was a Wednesday. The family met. We wanted to discuss the issue. So we met in consultation with a lawyer, and he advised that given the fact that it's an attempt on the boy's life, he advised that we should report the matter to the police, and we should send the issue to the court for it to be addressed. So on Friday, we went to the school, and as courteous as we went to meet the headmaster. We made him aware of our intentions to report the matter to the police and proceed to court. So when we met him, to be honest with you, I wasn't enthused by his response. And for 2 hours, he kept asking that we shouldn't report the matter to the police.
What was his justification for that?
So after I made our intentions known to him, his first response was that given the fact that the boy seemed to be, he's getting better. That should be where our focus should be. He's getting better, so that solves part of the problem. That is his opinion, but I told him that, well, that is how he feels about it. But as far as the family is concerned, it goes beyond just him getting well. This is a crime, and the state actors must be made aware of.
And at that point, he had not made you aware of any internal measures to address the situation.
So his response was that he's given us his full confidence and that the boys will be deboardinized. But I felt that if someone commits a crime, which is an attempted murder, and I know by the statutes of this country, it's felony, if not, it's felony. It's a serious crime, which I know is supposed to be a very serious crime. So if someone does this and the punishment you want to prefer is to deboardinize the students, then what are you teaching the other students to do? You understand? Yes, it's a no-no.
So you eventually went to the police?
Yes, so eventually we went to the police. We reported the matter to the Swedro police, and we were issued a medical form. We went to the hospital to collect the medical report, which we duly returned. However, I was expecting that, given the fact that it was a murder in the process, that's, an unsuccessful murder, let me put it that way, that we were looking at, the police would have gone with us to arrest the perpetrators or some action by the police. But we were informed by the CID that she knows the headmaster of the school and that she will get in touch with him, and by Tuesday the family will hear from them.
And Tuesday is gone by.
Today is Wednesday, and we still haven't heard anything from the school
or the police.
So we intend getting in touch with the police, but we felt that given the fact that we were confident in the police, they would have gotten in touch with us. So now that we haven't heard from them, I think it's appropriate that we go back there and find out what the issue is.
And since you returned, have you heard from the headmaster?
Well, we went there on Friday, and we haven't heard from the headmaster. Nothing from the headmaster.
And neither are you aware of any disciplinary actions taken against the boys?
Apart from the statement he made in our presence that per the school's laws, the boys will be deboardinized, or whoever does a crime like that will be deboardinized. Yes, that is the only thing I know in terms of disciplinary action or any disciplinary communication from the school. Apart from that, I don't know of anything being done by the school.
So what's the family's position, and what are you demanding?
Yes, so currently, the family is not asking for much. All we are asking is for the issue to be prosecuted by the state actors. Yes, so we are going back. If we go back to the police, we only want to find out when the issue will be called in court, so that we can make a representation. That's all. That's all we are asking for. Yes. Yes.
So that was Wahab Ishmael. He is the uncle of the student who was attacked, and he had been to the school trying to engage the authorities of the school on what measures they've been taking in addressing the situation. Of course, he explains that he doesn't feel all right with the way the school administration has handled the case as up to this point, and in extension the police as well. I'm now going to speak to the father of Ishmael to get his side of the whole story as well. This is still Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV with me, George AC. I've been speaking to a final year student of Swedro Business School, Ishmael Ejay. He was recently attacked by some of his schoolmates, and an act which has left him traumatized. He says he doesn't feel okay with the way the school administration has handled the case. Where I have joining me now his father, Mr. Ejay. Dada, akwaba. Me pacho daben and I would say asemu ya toba no.
But Monday, last week Monday, that was 28th February. And brainer the information say maybe Ishmael Wepra or school. In Zina Adiasa, the man say, I did change on a tradition to them. My name is Mom family, my wife say, Uncle Uncle Head, Nacy school. And the wife acquired now a serious case. I mean, Kwan and Yapala. Boys, as two boys, we know. I mean, the Queen one second. And our church, not my wife, my friend, our church, and that is a serious. And I adma also I don't know. Beside the headmaster and teacher, no head teacher, no some what is saying. Your information be here, Casadia. On Friday, and my phrase or Monco. And could teach him, send a buyer, a better information be a fee. Headmaster and the police for her. Try and Timasin be a. While I'm quiet now, also a report. What am I police for? Now, one can say, you got me information. Well, as some days, police for home, police for the bed for referring, and I had my son grab a friend by a try and Timothy. Tuesday, no, in the day, say, shall say, a beco, yeah, coffee. My case in the nice. My final report, I would have now police for her. Na Yahunia, the Shanibisi, and Susanna Yamanity.
So far, the Monte she in fee police for no homo yet, but my case or
I kiss her.
But Monte she
neither one of them no cars and cover friend. But Colana Mamma, myself, or Frey, but now, problem, Uncle say, case Nanka say yet information, if he police for not until I say me and film.
Now, Osi Omukoye, no Osma, Momukoye, Omoni headmaster, Echo Dean in San so, and Comobo in Omoni headmaster is a D and a dena if you buy.
Okay, headmaster, I want you and can't. I say, me, oh, yeah, what do you call it? You only mean compo, or yet, to some encouragement. As just some answer, some crime be a. More can I say, your case in the year be until as far as the boy, no, Ishmael. When Fimana Bisana, on in Yamaninka. But what buy must know. We so would Jan as a Palanco school cry. I say, you be scared. No, I say, will be council, we council. I say, in Cisadia, I say, I will find a baby free. She takes serious measures. Yes, you know, I'm a 1 hour school and cry or that. I yet, I shall be, I will say, Sassam, you see, no. And now for Eastman now for take serious measures and see. Send by us, case in the crime ministry school.
But now, near Ecosociano, do you believe that the head teacher has not been fair in the management of this case at this point?
Yes. There are many who are passing. In Cassette, headmaster, and Nankaso, or taking charge of that case nearby. No more want to okay, be trained and say, oh, we are going to trainer. Say, and procedures and another quite and person coming fast. Now, we are boy now, praise Marin. Now for Baba, Nanka Yasanase, Nanka kiss and cry, Yaset simple. But I say, only the diagram. As I grew in
boys, no, what's your parents in can?
Okay, last week now, wife of friend. This man focus on my friend, but they made me. And your woman Casai, into many information being from my side.
I'm afraid I know more kind.
I can't say maybe I crash it. Symbia. No
more child, but I say no more so say near senior. Parents, no
information quite a moment to say, and a man where go school on.
But is it something that you are aware that school no I invite parents no?
Okay, need to mention more information.
Are you aware of any disciplinary action being taken against the boys?
No, I have not. The minimum say take serious measures be on my side. My person when they say case in a circle police name near by headmaster and some more back. Send a bias say Wakokoto, so maybe whom I buy a non. So it's Anna, margin name.
Now, as a parent, how worried are you about all of this situation? How is this affecting your son or yourself?
more than say a case basically I say abafra was saying in future because Sabafra school now into Kaka Kamuana watch second say what the one and I would plan. I mean Kwanka Ukuma college. And at the same time some man can't as the case and I yet etc. Akolano Crocus when I can Okosqua on your peace of mind in Siado school. So what I say. And so I send me take messages out. A very serious woman say, Kiss in a very Bibiajo. Bibiajo, etc. Fine. But Biat and Master say, I such been always Colana near was it. That's such me I want say. One little bit or more, what one say one letter we crack away near trust. Mobian school, Mobian, Mobian. Now, as a Yaba.
We're parents, you are part of PTA. Have you tried getting in touch with the PTA? Have you tried taking this up to the PTA level?
No, my family got PTA level. My first time PTA, and I'm called cry.
Ishmael Abedi pay 1 week of year. Say now, shall the condition say now, shall then I know.
I won't say sometimes the crab knows. Sometimes I know, my wife I can't ask me to say. Because again, I say, both Shadi, Nanefranary and Afi, Zaki, autonomous, Norbert Sniffy at the same time. So, yes, I was what's the pins walk, prano, stra or feel comfortable. No, you know. The name if you say, there, my folk can be sir, front of a scale, and I'm no button.
So yes, this has been Say Loud on GhanaWeb TV with me, George AC. Today we were in the home of a student of Swedro Business School, a final year student who was attacked by some of his mates. Ishmael J feels like the school administration has not been fair in handling with this situation, which has left him traumatized. His father, Mr. J, is concerned about the safety of his son and is hoping that the school authorities will take the right measures in making sure that his son, when he returns to school, goes back with the right state of mind to be able to complete his education. This has been Say Loud with me, George AC, and until we meet for our next episode, bye.
History. It's a new tax that is alien to the development of our country. So, Speaker, let it be recorded once again that I believe that posterity will judge us. Posterity will prove to us that we oppose this tax for a simple reason that we did it in the interest of this country. So, Speaker, let me also say that this mobile money tax that we have been called upon to approve is rather a tax on medium of exchange, a tax on capital, a tax on savings, in fact, a tax on pensions, Mr. Speaker, and most importantly, we've been told that it is going to be a tax on individual bank transfers. Mr. Speaker, let me first start with the tax on medium of exchange. Mr. Speaker, it will surprise you to note that no one taxes a medium of exchange or a store in value. Just like, Mr. Speaker, you cannot tax somebody for holding Ghana cedi. You cannot tax somebody for holding credit card. Neither can you tax somebody for holding a debit card. In the same vein, you cannot tax somebody for using mobile money account as a medium of exchange. So, Honorable Minister, you've got it completely wrong. You've got it completely wrong. Mr. Speaker, simple terms, we all know that ordinary, most of the Ghanaian traders uses mobile money account as their wallet for the purposes of keeping their working capital. Just like any other upstream trader will use their bank account for keeping their working capital. The petty traders uses mobile money wallet for the purposes of saving their working capital. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, this government, instead of targeting the upstream people, is rather targeting the ordinary Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, let me repeat that the structure and design of this tax makes it a poor man's tax. You are targeting the poor man for no reason. How can you be that insensitive? How can you be that insensitive? Mr. Speaker, I am disturbed. I am disturbed for a simple reason that I cannot be part of a taxation that seeks to target the poor person. Mr. Speaker, we know the structure of our country. Why are you failing to tax the person holding credit card for the purposes of purchasing? Why are you failing to tax the person that is using checks for the purposes of transaction business? Mr. Speaker, why are you failing to tax the person holding debit card to transact business, but rather targeting the person using mobile money? Mr. Speaker, clearly, this means this tax is targeted at the ordinary Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, apart from that, we know that most of the artisans uses mobile money wallet for the purposes of their savings. For their purposes of their savings. So, Speaker, one, you cannot tax savings. You cannot tax savings. The ordinary man on the street uses mobile money account for the purposes of savings. So if you tax me, you are taxing savings. Mr. Minister, you should be interested in people saving because it is very beneficial to your economy. Rather, you are discouraging them from savings. Mr. Speaker, we also know that SNIT in particular has decided to use the mobile money service for the purposes of transacting their SNIT pension transactions. Mr. Speaker, sadly, when this bill passes, it will mean that you are taxing pensions, which is against our constitution. Mr. Speaker, let it be noted that we do not believe in this. Mr. Speaker, another thing that is very dangerous in this legislation is the fact that we've been called upon to legislate a clause that seeks to tax individual bank transfers. Mr. Speaker, if for instance I have a bank account and I've been called upon that, Mr. Speaker, I am transferring money from my personal wallet, my personal bank account, to say my wife's bank account, or to say my own mobile money account. Mr. Speaker, they are saying that they are going to tax me. Mr. Speaker, my concern is that this simply means that you are taxing me for moving money from my back pocket to my front pocket. How can you do that? How can you tax somebody for moving money from his front pocket to the back pocket? Mr. Speaker, this tax is simply not electronic tax. Mr. Speaker, this tax for me is a digital pocket tax. It's a tax that is seeking to take money from you. Mr. Speaker, I would say that the right name that should be given to this tax is a digital pocket tax. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, I do not believe it. Mr. Speaker, today we've been told that this tax can cure most of the sicknesses of this Ghanaian economy. Mr. Speaker, to the extent that this tax is more powerful than most of the herbal medicines that we have seen. Mr. Speaker, we are told that this tax can even cure my colleague, Honorable Okujetu Abrapa's bald head. Mr. Speaker, this is a dangerous tax. Mr. Speaker, when this tax passes, when this tax passes, probably, Mr. Speaker, my bald head will be able to be dealt with.
Honorable members, I understand. Please, I understand the reaction of the House, because the one speaking rather refused to refer to his bald head, and he was afraid to refer to the bald head of the Speaker. So, as we say, is the one you are stronger than that you always take to your in-laws' house. And so he's stronger than Honorable Ablakwa. So he decided to seek solace by using his bald head. But he too is carrying another bald head. So, honorable member, let's leave it there, and then you may continue. I am not going to allow any intervention, please.
Mr. Speaker, during the budget debate, I have said that this economy is sick from what I call sardosis. I say this for a simple reason that this economy is suffering from what we call stagflation, coupled with acute debt overhang. And Mr. Speaker, the minister and the ministers from the Ministry of Finance have often said that this single tax policy is what will cure our sickness. Mr. Speaker, this sickness has become an endemic sickness, and I believe that this e-levy alone cannot cure the sickness. I urge the minister to come with a comprehensive package in restoring economic stability and not to concentrate as if e-levy is the panacea of our economic problems. So, Speaker, I do not believe it. And I say this for technical reasons. I've sat on these numbers night in, night out. And I can conclude by saying that I do not believe that this single tax policy will cure our problems. So, Speaker, we need a bigger policy initiative that seeks to address the major strategic importance that we are missing in this economy. And most importantly, Mr. Speaker, to address the major structural differences, strategic differences that we have in this economy, and to address them properly. So, Speaker, let me say that this tax is equivalent to ACOBAM. We are saying that utiya uya e-levy, uyefunya uya e-levy, wokwanya uya e-levy, utiya uya e-levy. So, Speaker, everything is e-levy. Mr. Speaker, to the extent that Honorable Ken will need e-levy to be well. Every single person here will tell you e-levy. Mr. Speaker, I have a back pain. Now they are telling me that I need e-levy to fix my problem. Mr. Speaker, that cannot be the case. That cannot be the case. Mr. Speaker, growing up, there was a particular herbal medicine called ACOBAM. That cures everything. That cures everything. I never thought that we are going to have an economic policy that is equivalent to ACOBAM. Today we have ACOBAM in e-levy that will seek to cure every sickness in this economy. So, Speaker, let me conclude by saying that, and by repeating, that we in the NDC we are not against taxation. Mr. Speaker, we are against this particular tax. We are against this particular tax for a technical reason. And we believe that posterity will vindicate us. Mr. Speaker, it is nothing but technical reasons. Mr. Speaker, it is not personal. Neither is it is a sabotage against, not a sabotage against the economy. But Mr. Speaker, rather, we are pointing the government in the right direction. So, Speaker, if you look at the Hansard, I have often supported tax policies. And all of us, we have often supported tax policies that are progressive. But we do not believe that a tax policy must be designed in such a way that will target the poor person. Mr. Speaker, I will conclude by saying that the NDC's position is that don't tax Momo. Don't tax Momo. Don't tax Momo. And we are going to vote against it. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, it's now the turn of Honorable Abina Osei Asare, Deputy Minister for Finance. I am advised to give you 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to contribute to this all-important revenue measure that we believe will help this nation and help us close our gap between our tax to GDP ratio. Mr. Speaker, we all strive for development in this country, but looking at our current tax to GDP ratio, there is no way we can move forward unless we do something about it. That is why we want to introduce the electronic transaction levy, not a mobile levy, but electronic transaction levy that we believe will help, one, rope in the informal sector and also tax monies that needs to be taxed to enable us inch towards the OECD, our counterparts target of about 16 to 20% of our tax to GDP ratio. Mr. Speaker, I also want to move to one thing that is very, very important to me. What happened to the can-do spirit of Ghanaians? Previously, many of our tax or revenue measures were being influenced greatly by government partners without considering the rigidities in our own economy. But this is a homegrown tax measure which we believe will go a long way after having considered other equally important things that we need to consider in the economy. We believe that if this revenue measure is allowed to, is passed and implemented, it will go a long way to help us address certain issues that have come up as a result of the global crisis and domestic issues as well. We are looking at this tax, among other things, will help us, one, close the infrastructure gap, two, help us acquire some skills and knowledge and capital for the youth, and also address high debt levels as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and the financial sector bailout. So, Mr. Speaker, I urge my brothers on the other side to also look at it favorably if they really love the country and make sure we address this homegrown, we pick this homegrown solution and address the challenges that we are facing as a result of both global challenges and domestic challenges as well. Mr. Speaker, we have been to several places and we've had town hall meetings, and all you hear them say is that what they want to see is transparency and effectiveness in the utilization of these tax revenues. Luckily for us, Mr. Speaker, we have Parliament here to do the oversight responsibility for us. We have the Auditor General, and we have other support systems in the Ministry of Finance to help us in this regard. But, Mr. Speaker, before I conclude, I want to discuss one very important thing that goes on around, that I believe are misconceptions that people are spreading about the e-levy. One is that I know nobody, be it in Ghana or across the world, nobody likes to pay taxes. But it is necessary, if you want to move your nation forward, it is necessary to contribute to your domestic revenue. So one, I know people are concerned that the electronic transaction levy will take away some hard-earned money from them. But however, this government is very considerate and has taken all those things into consideration. That is why this government is saying that it is exempting these category of workers, this category of lines. One, the act ensures that no one gets levied. Please listen very carefully. No one gets levied for moving their own cash from one wallet to the other, or from one bank account to another bank account, provided it is registered in your own name and you used your Ghana card. So I have cleared that misconception. Nobody is taxed when you move your own money from one wallet to the other or one bank account to the other, provided you have registered it with your Ghana card and it is in your own name. So that misconception has been taken away. Again, also, the exemptions for transfers between principals, agents, master agents, or the special merchant account means that the fear that mobile agents, money issuers, and banks and key actors in the value chain will be affected has also been taken care of. So that misconception too has been overruled. Nobody in that value chain will lose money, job, or livelihoods, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, again, the 100 Ghana cedis cumulative transfer a day protects the less to do, or what we say, the ordinary Ghanaians, and enables them to continue to send money without the risk of being taken out of the digital economy. So that is also very important. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, all payment of taxes and other government-related payments done on the Ghana.gov is also exempt from paying these taxes. So government has taken all these things into consideration. So, Mr. Speaker, I want all of us to join hands. This is a homegrown solution that we should all embrace, and together we can make our country better. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, Deputy Minister for Finance, for using less than 10 minutes. It's now the turn of Honorable Isaac Adongo. Honorable member, you have 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, and I thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I rise to, in all honesty and with a very emotionally distressed mood, reject unequivocally the e-levy. Mr. Speaker, we all agree that they've run this country into a ditch. We all agree that they have damaged and compromised the future of our economy. We all agree that they have come to a point where out of 145 billion appropriation we give them, only 6 billion less will run this country at run. Mr. Speaker, we have come to a point where the minister himself says that government is broke. And in fact, Mr. Speaker, rather than sounding at the risk of saying that you have been blackmailed through some of the comments of government to approve e-levy, by saying that if you don't approve e-levy, you won't pay school fees. If you don't approve e-levy, you won't get your salary. If you don't approve e-levy, you won't construct your roads. Are we being blackmailed to accept the misery? Mr. Speaker, I have read today that today is the President's birthday. And I wish him a happy birthday. But unfortunately, he has come to wish the whole of Ghana a very sad birthday. Mr. Speaker, he has marshaled all his troops to this chamber to deliver misery and rape the poor's little money. Mr. Speaker, it will go down as the president who chose a very memorable day to punish his own citizens with e-levy. Mr. Speaker, when we were all gearing up to support the Ghana Black Stars, we didn't know that what will make us not eat our supper is e-levy. And I want this message to go to the president, that he was elected to serve the people and not to punish them. The people have roundly rejected e-levy. Our constituents have given us clear instructions not to approve e-levy. And yet the president says he will impose e-levy whether you like it or not. And he will do it as a birthday present to himself. Mr. Speaker, only last week, the finance minister delivered a policy statement to the people of Ghana. It was a policy statement that eventually became very underwhelming because it was empty and provided no solutions. But even more was that the deception of government was very explicit in that statement. Mr. Speaker, in that statement, the minister says that he is cutting the budget by 20%. 20% of 149 billion appropriation gives us 29 billion Ghana cedis, Mr. Speaker. The minister said he would then cut discretionary expenditures such as goods and services and capital expenditure by a further 10%. Mr. Speaker, capital expenditure in the budget is 16 billion. So if he's taking 10% out of that, that will give us 1.6 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, the goods and services budget is 9 billion Ghana cedis, but included in that is free SHS. And the president says, even when he says review of SHS, it means cancel. So it means that the expenditure on free SHS has become non-discretionary. So I take 3 billion out of it, I'm left with 6 billion. Take 10% of that, that's 600 million. Let's Speaker, if you add 600 million to 1.6 billion, you get 2.2 billion Ghana cedis. Add that to the 20% cut of 29 billion, and Mr. Speaker, the minister has proposed to cut 31.2 billion Ghana cedis from the budget. Mr. Speaker, your deficit is 37 billion. You are cutting off that deficit by about 31 billion. Mr. Speaker, your only deficit left is 2 billion. Why are you still crying over e-levy? Why are you still crying over e-levy when after cutting all of this, your deficit is only 6 billion? What type of mathematics did you do? So, Mr. Speaker, the minister proposed to cut, but he knows he's not cutting. That is why today they are here with e-levy. But Mr. Speaker, the budget was brought here on the 17th of November 2021. Today is 29th March 2022. Approximately 4 months and over, this government says the only thing they know is e-levy. And they won't come to us to tell them where to get the money from. So they will spare the poor. After 4 months, you can't even think inside the box to find a solution. And you are still insisting that you will still take e-levy even if the people don't like it. Mr. Speaker, they turned this e-levy into the fancy ghost, the dilemma of the ghost. It was roaming everywhere apart from Parliament. This e-levy that was sick, the cure was here. You were roaming in Ho, you were roaming in Takrady, you were roaming in Tamale. With this ghost, he doesn't know his home. His home is here. Today you have come. This is where the home is. Mr. Speaker, all the money that were wasted, if they were pulled together, would have solved the problem better than just pouring around. You cannot engage in wanton waste of public resources when you are pursuing to take money from the poor man's pocket. My honorable colleague has demonstrated to us that e-levy turns every single policy principle of taxation on its head. You are now teaching our students to learn something different that is not even in the textbooks. That e-levy now means taxing savings. In fact, Mr. Speaker, the report is very clear that anytime you do a transaction through the Ghana Interbank payment and settlement system, you pay e-levy. What it means, Mr. Speaker, is that if you write a check and you don't personally go to the counter to cash it and you ask the bank to clear it, they will meet you at the gift and take the e-levy. So you are now encouraging us to go to the bank and take our money from the counter. Who does that in this modern era? Mr. Speaker, fortunately, whether it was by slip of tongue or by slip of the mouth, the Minister for Roads came here and told us what we have been fearing all this while. That e-levy is meant for government to collateralize into the future and take more borrowing money. Mr. Speaker, after you have borrowed to the point where you have been told that your biggest sickness is borrowing, you are so addicted to borrowing that you are struggling to withdraw. That all that you know is borrowing. And I liken this government to that of somebody who has taken hepatitis so much that he now has cirrhosis. The doctor says you are getting cirrhosis of the liver, so don't take hepatitis again. Then you wake up in the morning and you are feeling cold. You pass by the blue kiosk and take another quarter. And when you come and say, you people say I shouldn't take up it. When I took it, you say I'm now warm. You are on your way to death. Mr. Speaker, this borrowing that you are doing is what will kill this government and will kill this country. Please, if you don't have a future, leave the future for our children and our grandchildren. Don't destroy this country. Mr. Speaker, this is a government that came and all they know is collateralization. Get fund that was building schools, you have used it to go and collect money. Now, Get Fund is becoming a debt payment center and not a school construction entity. When you came ESLA, after you resisted ESLA and called it all names, another collateralization. Sino-Hydro, Mr. Speaker, I am not sure the president has ever seen that bauxite buried in Yinahini, but he has already taken it to collect money. Mr. Speaker, the only thing now left, which we are rejecting, is that they want to now collateralize the poor man's pocket to collect money. Mr. Speaker, what is the crime of our people? What is our crime as a country? That we elected a group of people who don't know how to govern, that we elected a group of people who will not listen to us, that we elected a group of people who only know how to borrow. And in fact, when they even borrow, sometimes, the other time they went and borrowed, when Benin and Cote d'Ivoire refused to accept 5.6%, they collected 11% to come and eat kenke. And they were celebrating with kenke and fish. So that is your strong point. Your strong point is to borrow Ghana and borrow us to death. Mr. Speaker, today is a very sad day. if the president is listening, today there is a rallying cry from the people of Ghana for him to save us our pesos in our pocket. And the earlier the president will call all his troops that are gathered here, including the Minister of Finance, to go and do the other difficult business in his office and spare us this e-levy, the better it is for our country. Mr. Speaker, the market will only respond only for a while. Because your announcement of the intention, there's the intention to tax Momo. People are running away from Momo. Just the intention. So December, 3 billion, gone. January, 6.7 billion, gone. Just the intention alone has caused e-levy Momo to drop by almost 9.7 billion. Now, imagine you now proceed after this meeting. That you had the confidence to even bring back e-levy is enough to come up for collapse Momo. Mr. Speaker, I am very sad. I'm emotionally distressed, particularly because I'm from a very rural constituency. And I know how it is to give the people just 20 cedis to survive. Unfortunately, there are people living in glass houses who don't know poverty. And so they will visit poverty on the poor. I wish they change their mind and withdraw e-levy so we can help them to solve the problems that we put this country into. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Member, you used exactly 10 minutes. So we move on to the next person. And it's now the turn of Honourable Kojo Opong Nkrumah, Minister for Information.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the motion and to speak in support of the motion. Mr. Speaker, revenue measures generally are not very popular with citizens, and especially when they come at hard times, they are not popular with citizens. Mr. Speaker, we are at a time when it remains a fact that the entire world is going through a tough time, and Ghana is experiencing same. And if at this time we are asked to contribute as part of our responsibility to resolve the difficulties, it is only understandable that it will not find favor with some sections of the population. But Mr. Speaker, at the same time, we also have to remind ourselves that the Ghanaian believes in the principle of self-determination. If you ask the Ghanaian whether we should borrow our way out of our problems or contribute a little bit more out of our problems, the average Ghanaian, I believe, would say, let us share the responsibility to get out of our problems. Mr. Speaker, traditionally in our communities, and I believe for many of my colleagues who are here, in our very local communities, in our villages, the principle of self-responsibility, the principle of self-determination always plays out. We have what we do that we call Amenyuma or Kwasafujuma in the Akan areas. In the Dagomba areas, I'm told they call it Perba. In the Volta region, they call it Duduowo. It is the spirit, the culture of working together to resolve basic challenges around us, despite whatever state in which we find ourselves. Mr. Speaker, I want to end my contribution by just responding to a few issues that have come up in the national conversation. One is the supposition that the electronic transactions levy will lead to double taxation. Because if I finish paying my taxes on my income, why do I have to pay any further tax when I transfer that same money to somebody else? Mr. Speaker, in the same way, when I finish paying taxes on my income and I buy any other good that has value-added tax on it, the fact that I will pay taxes on that good or service does not mean that I'm being subjected to double taxation. Mr. Speaker, another argument has been made that it amounts to taxing savings or capital in people's wallets. We want to say for a fact that that is not true. Balances on wallets will not be subjected to this levy. Mr. Speaker, there's a claim that has been made that it will kill the Momo industry, so don't tax Momo. This same claim was made when the communication service tax was being introduced. It has never killed the industry. In fact, the industry has grown in bounds, and so it will not kill the industry. Mr. Speaker, finally, the poor have been taken out of it with a threshold implemented so that those who transfer less than 100 Ghana cedis a day will not pay this levy. Mr. Speaker, I want to conclude by asking my colleagues here to support this levy because we Ghanaians believe in the principle of self-determination, the principle of self-responsibility. I thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Speaker.
Minister for Information, we are grateful for your brief submission, just about 5 minutes. And so we move to the next person, and that is Honorable John Jinako. 10 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, today history will be made. Yes. In fact, when I checked on Facebook, the number of people following us is unprecedented. This debate is not even about e-levy. It's about who stands with the people of Ghana and who is against the people of Ghana. It's as simple as that. And so on this day, let the people of Ghana know that the minority side, under the able leadership of Honorable Haruna Idrisu, will stand with them, vote against e-levy, remain resolute, resilient, and consistent with our conviction and principle. Mr. Speaker, we are not those who will tell the people of Ghana that Momo is back in the heat of the run-up to elections. And then when elections are over, they make a U-turn and turn around to tax the ordinary Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, what are we talking about? What we are saying is simple. My brother, Honorable Kojo Ponkroma, talks about if you buy something. Momo is not about purchases. And that is what the ranking member said. There are normally 3 levels of taxation. What you earn, such as wages and salaries. What you consume, that is what you talked about. And then wealth, that is property. So if I send money to my son in the school, to take that money and go and buy books, and you want to tax that, you call that consumption? Mr. Speaker, that is insensitivity of the highest order. Mr. Speaker, when I send 1,000 Ghana to my son in school, this government is proposing to take 1.5 of that. When my son goes to buy textbooks, they still want to follow that money and take 1.5 of that. If my son goes to the pharmacy, and this is the worst of it, if he buys the medication, first of all, he pays for the medication. If says 100 cedi, he will pay a VAT on that 100 cedi. And when he decides that he wants to pay that VAT, that you government, you are charging, you still want to charge 1.5% on that tax that the son is paying.
month of March and we are repping Ghana as she celebrates her 65th independence from British colonial rule. And we at GhanaWeb have made it a point to, during this period, get you and bring you a series of beautifully written stories, features, and flashbacks about Ghana. Now, in this edition of the People and Places show here on GhanaWeb TV, we are focusing on the manufacturing and the production of some locally made artifacts that we enjoy eating from, drinking from, and cooking with. I'm talking about the earthenware bowl, which is usually referred to as the Asanka or Apotoiwa in the Akan language, Ka in the Ga or Krobo language, and Vegba in my native language, the Ewe language. We'll also be taking a look at how pots are made. We'll find answers to all of these when we return from this short break. We are at Kwewu. This is People and Places. My name is Wanda Mihigan. See you after the break. Welcome back from the break. Thank you for staying with us. This is still People and Places. Now we are at a place called Intuntumeja, and we are on the compound of Madame Janet Owusu Buama. She is our guest today. She is one of the people we'll be speaking to. She's a potter and she does earthenware bowls and pots as well. So she's going to take us through the process from the start to the very end. Auntie Jane Machi. Nyamia dum na unswe. Me pacho ejume waye enfia he ni.
Me na me shakora.
Sa to say be 6 years and 5 years and unkai.
Me kai ti late me ya chepa.
Na why ne passe ne on to o ma me o jife o ma me ho na say
say ye dwuma na me ma me ye nti me ma me ye no wo so ma ye kofa we bra yisi ame so me ye ye na me so me di ho ye
na o ma me start here na no
me ma me
okay, I see. 90 aye wano aye wan kwa na o ye na so ye pots nso kan
oh anyone dey you say in Ghana ni trap abeno ni ukuku o ha de she abeno ase and so one day we be na ye see the rubber and one day shendi see we no ye yaye and na say bia wo be ye te say enkwan baby mu ne ye be ye nkwan ni and then the silver bo abaso nti the man say no so no ye yaye
mo jaye nti say ano aye limited na che say aye wan nkwan na mo ye oh na pots in way.
Pots in so name be sent is there.
Monye. Okay. Inti, what she essentially is saying is that they had other pottery materials they were making, but over time, with the introduction of aluminium wares and other things, they have stopped doing that because people don't purchase that anymore. So now they focus mostly on the earthenware bowls, and so she's going to take us through how they do it. Now, I want to know, start here, they started from points bang, they then they clay.
Any other than literal and one
okay, now clay no type bang. Munye fi hefa first of all.
Buponum.
Oh, okay. Nti omuko side the bremo.
Se me ho ye den dia meti makotubi. Se me ho ye den so dia ne wonu memu bi etu na mato.
Na mo omo de densa ne ye etu.
E de soso.
Okay. Nti mutu a e de befia den biom na moye. From there no.
Mo be se ebi ne se gu han yakata so no.
Pa so betimi bi so kakra mama hwe.
So
insi udi fi ho a say ya na anase mwa na ya mobobo
ye bono ho na waswa ka abefaba.
Ejuma eye den obeka say ejuma den nti woni ahoden a wontimi nye
kakaka mi bejai
nti wujai say ya ode hand over to hana
some of one bit me dey one be ntimi so
na just a business na egu na obi a oboa eye nyawoye no ana wonkwa na woye oh wow. So this is a very skillful art. You need, I'm sure, years of experience to be able to do this. You saw her start very little from the mold, and then as she did it, she expanded it. So now it's actually looking like a medium-sized earthenware bowl. And what she's saying is that you would actually need the sunlight to get it dry after this process. And then when it's dried, then she picks it up from the wooden pallets, and then she does the under part of the earthenware bowl. So we are moving to the next stage. This is where it comes from, the molding stage. This is where they lay it. Okay, so technically what she's saying is from there they put the molded bowls into this. This is like firewood, and so they set fire and then they arrange it, and then it bakes under the fire. So when it bakes, then it gets this reddish color that we are seeing here. Then from here they put it in sawdust, and then they cover it with the sawdust. There's fire in this sawdust. So this is when this reddish earthenware bowl is transformed into the black color we are seeing here. So they leave it in the sawdust for a while. When they think it's ready, then they take it out, and then they have the black. So they have two types, the reddish one and then the black one. But we are going to get into the designs, and then we'll talk more with Auntie Jane. So now we are at the residence of Auntie Jane, and she is already designing some of the earthenware bowls that she has already molded. These ones are relatively dry, so we are going to have the rest of the conversation about how it's designed. Auntie Jane, me pacho inti den ya odi design no.
Enam digital one.
Okay. So this is what she uses. The cola nut. These are what provide the lines inside the earthenware bowls. Auntie Jane is done with her second earthenware bowl for the day, and it looks just perfect. It has to be brace. At least now when you are using it, you can appreciate it more. The work that goes into the making of these beautiful earthenware bowls for us to prepare our local foods, sometimes enjoy our meals in. So we'll move to the pottery where we meet people who tell us how to make the pots. Come along. We moved from Intuntum Eja at Kwewu Empire, so Auntie Jane's place, if you remember, where we learned all about how to make the earthenware bowls. And then we saw some visuals of the locally made pots. Now we are at the factory. I would like to call it a factory of Emmanuel Osei. He is a local manufacturer of ceramics. He does jars, bowls, plates, anything ceramics you can think about, but they are done right from the clay here in the eastern region. So he's going to take us through the entire process. He's going to tell us how they refine the clay and they mold it to become the finished product. Inti nyawayam say no. Obe chayama na yedin.
Ya yam ya na de nyon de bese den.
Okay.
The free one man de aba be machine.
Na machine we no o se den.
E fen pagma no na yam clay no ma de de mere ni nya.
And mix it. Okay.
Me si clay no. Ayepe, so de be odi
see where one texture. Okay. And to say if he hana
have a hope mode. Okay. Throwing.
Your friend a day?
Throwing.
Okay.
When they quiet portion.
And the first one near sieving. We are sieving, why mixing? We are mixing now. Now I throwing. Okay. Inti yankoshe ni true ni about it.
Porters where?
Porters? Okay. Okay. It makes it look so easy, but I'm not sure I can do this. With the potter's wheel, Mr. Osei has just created 3 artifacts: a bowl, a cup, and a vase, a flower vase. So, like he said, it takes a lot of experience, and you can learn this if you want to, but you would have to put in some commitments to be able to do that. It's very impressive. And it's a umodi viesea. Then be now be.
Umodi viesea. Fini be trap footprint no baby a esi on. So they call a room ama a dry kakra. That we the supporters we also.
What's on the baba? Okay.
Fini be dress yi self footprint.
Okay.
Maybe this one.
We'll just hold it there and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go to the people who buy some of these products and find out from them how business is. Stay with us.
We table issues relating to the arts and entertainment for a riveting discussion, of course, without fear nor favor.
The question the presenter asked them was a dumb question. You need to speak the fact and move.
Varied views. We agree to disagree.
So I would disagree with everything you said. I think that he's a smart guy. I think what he did.
No, but I also said he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I guess that I'm waiting for the what next.
Yeah, I don't think that we have to wait for what next.
It sometimes gets confrontational. But that's the beauty of the game.
Today you are funny face. It's not my brother. I don't know him. You don't know funny face. It's not my brother. You don't know funny face.
It's a package. We meet, we sit, we dialogue, we learn, we progress. My name is Benefo Huabin Abrantepa, a proud blogger, and this is my forum.
Now, let's learn something interesting about Ghana.
Ghana has the largest number of forts and castles in the whole of Africa. 32 forts and castles are dotted across the country's coastal areas.
We've gone through the whole process of the pottery, finding out how we prepare or how we mold our earthenware bowls and pots. Now we are going to look at the business side of the entire thing. People who buy, how much do they sell it for? How much do they profit? How profitable is this business? And which kind of people usually come and buy? For what purposes? We are starting with our first client who bought from Auntie Jane, and her name is Auntie Sewa. So we are engaging her, matching.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it's the same. Apume, yedanyamiase. Na me pacho, ayuano. Ahia na ya otowo. Okay. Na eya oton ne sen. I mean, obetwa oton ne sen. Be almost share ne sen. Emma.
Oya ne 10.
Okay.
10 bia wo. Size near back when they are nibble near back. The size near back when you are 1 year and the size is basing and
okay. A business on a business. Into way say no, nigh 10. Saying. But usually I will better what say or any say what on the saying 6 CDs for the 10. Wow.
600,000.
For 10 nina. Okay, what on the say? Oko Juma. Uyi back say, what on the saying? Oh, okay. A honor, Uswawa there. Okay. Okay, what? Wow.
It depended. Because Sunny, we are. You will best and maybe any diable. It depends. Who could write the I am. You know, the say, Metoni say, and I say, Metoni say.
Now, Cassa, a big booba, bear him. Like, tis a net to say, a booba now.
So the mouse says, but all the rolly fair come and pay 8 cities.
Okay.
This is how they get time.
Okay. Not just a balcony, 9 CDs. But the whole thing, 6 CDs. Baku say no time 6 CDs and now 10 in 6 CDs.
Baku say, no better time I'm 6 CDs.
Oh, okay.
In I 60
CDs. Okay. Into Wokwa now the lorry fair will profit at so not just a 10 CDs. Into the profit into Suri now to 99 100 CDs. Okay. Okay, not just say when ya 40 cedis.
20 because still all the pen.
Where you 20 cedis if you not just our profits in 20 cedis. Okay. And see, I'm fine say within now what should be a day Obaha how many times ever far?
Or no so why you be I say why meant and no best for.
Oh. Now quite for top into a day or Tom to say be
oh. When they say no, so quite dark road.
Wow. Okay. So that's Auntie Siwa's side. We are wrapping up the conversation, and now we are at the Nkoko Junction. Here you find a lot of women traders who trade in these artifacts. They sell the earthenware bowls and then they sell the pots as well. I have Sister Atta here with me. She's going to tell me a little bit about her business, which kind of people buy from her and what they come and buy from her for. Sister Atta, Michelle, let's say, okay, business. What start to say? What are you want to pots? In Fiahin, 15. Okay. One I was starting and I say, oh my minute, oh, okay. That was 15 years ago. I see. It was starting here, net to say.
That's an egg to Miss Vanessa.
I see. It's a say I know to make us a business a coso. Into then the money and a then the money.
Say you know it's what I say they are buying.
Okay, say a year or what? Are they a year bar? Okay.
I'm buy a name. That's a year what the other for your mouth. You say you come a better young to become a story.
I see not to say ye bar, for bar, ho bar, no more better at the co. Okay. Me who say, oh, a potoyano, and as a sancano. Oh, clay, the any baby, saying black, dear no. Dainty.
In a echo while you and Helena.
Never in a echo while you are. Black one in a echo while you are.
Helena, I am more.
Okay. Now, into wait, clay, dear no. Why money?
I don't know if it's near you.
Oh, into coffee ho. And the
go for a
into I don't know what on a crabby now. Where would you know what on a baby? In Coffon Tanto. Oh, okay. But I mean, if you baby or more, you know, now a honum no or more, one so on the same thing.
And I see we have a 25 you want me to justice. You have 7.
Otofi ho 5 CDs.
Yes, yes, not me could be 30 CDs, 25 CDs. Depend the sizes. The name of Tono, I'm like a crap.
Now, why was that? I mean, as I say, a whole night moba for a year. No, Obi better you and I am more day.
Why you are the go out from the cocoa, I'm a toy you up.
But I mean, say, more chrome hano, or more time of the day, or maybe a chop bar, and answer more the young movie. Okay, my young Casanfa pots no hokaka, pots in cheating a day. Cuckoo, ha. Meaning, say, Titino, Naya de ensure a good pots in enum. Is this still a thing? A idea, a war says here.
It won't slow the any way a good.
You see now what on a near him.
They and your normal. And you when you're moon.
Eh,
when you're no.
I see. Not difference near him.
They moon climbing their concern and on and while it's I know a correction.
Okay.
By a moon while by no day.
It's and I near the new means you say.
all the cap, all the saving, all the amount.
Okay. But okay, say what they no more they need you. A drove answer.
Oh, a good dear. So go ahead. Was the beer, Mrs. Yemi, and the other to
into comforter. Omo topa. Na.
Kule bwanza mkofaba kula na utuplani tu.
Na adenti na uchuzi se obeto nya omu need room na enye nya omu no misio wo ma na se nya omu need ani wo.
Ya no ko food be na mama me faka
wo. Nkofo pewe mo sin.
Ba ye no mu kwanzo ebisa so me to ne nkwohye. Lebo I know they say kula na man food bisa so ne boy the kwoshe food. Because they basic. Oh. 40 35.
Okay, not just saying wow business be bringing na ya on time. Na we ni friend say tapoli. Ha, no na. Winya waiwana. Nya umoko na odi chi. Ha. Na we nso nya fi hi. We di. Omo di free. Flori kwa inchi and I lay away a dinima and the brain. Okay, now into way say no, and also what sizes?
This is changing. I will go ahead, new beyond a packet. But
Tapolino, any asanka size in a quan out to me to a beer. To me talk at the cheap. Kitwe
and they new size there. Okay. Are you a BI?
Okay. Yeah, that's it. So that's Sister Ta telling us about the business. She showed us the different things she has here, the kind of people who usually buy, why they buy. And so now we have a fair idea about the sale of her products here. These are locally made. We were at the various points where they make them earlier, and we saw the processes they go through. So this is where we wrap up our conversation. We have our Kwewu Iowa, and then we have the Sunyani made Iowa, and then we have our pots that people will usually use to cook medicine. So that's it from us here. Just to demonstrate, if you have your Iowa, you get your pepper, you can have your kontomire. If you want to do a boom, if you want to eat fufu in this, you can just get any kind of local delicacy. And the asanka just gives it some form of spice, you know. And so you can get one for yourself and then enjoy your meal in it. For myself and the People and Places team, we are grateful you could make time with us on this edition of the show. From Kwewu in Koko, my name is Wanda Amihagan. See you in the next edition.
Stoneboy in, Shatawale out. Familia Kofi Kinata conspicuously missing from the topmost category. Best Group of the Year scrapped, and the controversy begins as the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards Board unveils the categories for the 23rd edition of the scheme. We table this for a discussion. Later on, we'll focus on the 3 music awards, which is slated for March 26. In this edition of Bloggers Forum, it's all about awards. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa. It feels good to be back, and I say welcome on board. Thanks for joining us. It's Bloggers Forum on GhanaWeb TV. My guests are seated. Nene B is a columnist. Nene, you be fine.
I'm an author.
And an author. And should I add that
author
one?
of the book, Everything That Happened and the People Who Made It. Why do you want to make my life difficult?
How is the sale going though?
It's going quite well, but you know, it can get better. And I feel like the notion that Ghanaians don't like to read, I think is not necessarily true.
Okay.
Because I think that people are interested in reading. It just has to be a material that they'll be interested in. And I think that my book has material that people are interested in reading. So every now and then people are buying it, and I'm excited about that.
Nice one. So Nene B is a columnist and an author. He's the author of the book Everything That Happened in Showbiz and the People.
Everything That Happened and the People Who Made It.
And the people who made it. Thank you for the correction. Vida Educhimwa-Boateng is a columnist, and he's here for 2 reasons actually. So one, as a I need to state that as a columnist, and then as a PRO for 3 music awards. Now, like I mentioned, 3 music awards is coming off on March 26th at the Grand Arena, right?
Yeah.
Grand Arena, the Accra International Conference Center. Vida, welcome.
Thank you, boss.
And Vida has been nominated for Folklex Awards, Pundit of the Year.
Yes.
In fact, if you listen to her analysis, Obianka said to man no fata. Just watching.
He's disrupting my vote campaign. Yes, sir.
Entertainment Pundit of the Year by
Yes.
the Educhimwa-Boateng Folklex Media Awards. So go and then vote for her. I'm sure you enjoy her analysis on the show. Just download the Folklex app, and I said dial *800*400# and then you send. Then enter 919 and follow the prompt.
Yes.
You know, and then vote for her, because one of the females Obo Ejumapa as far as entertainment punditry is concerned. Vida, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
BBI fine.
I don't any experience.
All right. So let me begin with Nene. Free your mind. Can you count? Yes, Vida, the name my own can be.
I will do both. Mekanya maker, no masaka Vida the baby.
Go anywhere.
Yeah, because I'm a man, I'm a misogynistic man. I need to, you know. Anyway, there are 2 things I want to talk about.
Okay,
one, which is personal and very important to me. This week, I was very heartbroken when I found out that my crush was calling somebody handsome on social media.
Your crush?
Yes.
Handsome, social media?
Yes.
If you're order.
This life is not easy. This life is not easy. I saw if your other post.
Why? So if he's handsome, you shouldn't say.
I saw if your other post that she likes men who are
handsome and intelligent,
and who are both book smart and street smart, right? Me, I grew up in Bantama High Street. That is the street is in the name. So what you are saying. And I wrote a book. So I'm both book smart and street smart. But that's my in fact. And that's giving me sleepless nights. That is the first thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
The second thing I want to talk about is, you know, Kojoenchi is talking about the education system in Ghana, right? And anytime people talk about stuff, our political issues, they seem to be making vague, big statements which have no real basis, right? We all know that the education system in Ghana needs to be overhauled, right? And it's something that we talk about every year. We need to change the education system, blah, 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 blah. But the reason why I am speaking on this thing Kojoenchi is talking about is the fact that the system seems to be getting worse and worse. And Kojoenchi said it's not even about politics, but I think it's about politics. I think politics is the reason the education system seems to be getting worse and worse, right? Just this government has been in power for how many years? For 5 years. They've changed their curriculum about 2 times already. They said once they changed the curriculum and then they changed the syllabus, because there's a difference between syllabus and curriculum. But anytime there is a change, seems to be taking us back. So I have a bookshop in Adan, and I sell children books. And the teacher seems to be telling me that the old education system, especially for kindergartens, was focused on getting kids to be able to understand basic things like what is numbers, what are letters, what are words, how they work. And this time around, they seem to be pushing that kids know everything from the jump. And that is making it very difficult for the kid to be able to grasp simple things because enough attention is not given to kids being able to grasp simple things, right? And I had a conversation with a taxi driver some time ago. I used to work at a law firm. Don't say what you are thinking. And one day I was taking my boss's...
The degree,
I was taking my boss's lawyer coat and wig to court. And then the taxi driver thought I was a lawyer. So he started engaging me and asking me whether I knew some politicians in person. And I'm like, not really. But he didn't believe me. So he told me that he thought that there is a problem with the free SHS, the way it's being implemented. And his idea was that almost everybody who goes to secondary school in Ghana wants to go and do one thing, and that was general arts. And general arts is too vague. He feels like free SHS should be used to make students focus on learning courses which are important for our growth as a nation. And he was focused on, he mentioned science, technical skills, and vocational skills. And I agree with 100% everything that driver said, right? Our leaders don't seem to understand what they are doing when it comes to education. They only seem to know one thing: changing syllabus and curriculum. You know why they do that? Anytime they change syllabus and curriculum, they go for workshops. And anytime they go for workshops, they get PDMs. So they are focused on, you know, getting their short-term financial and, you know, economic benefit over growing the future of this country. And it's pathetic and it's sad. It's something that I like to joke around a lot, but this is one issue that I'm passionate about, that I cry about every now and then.
What will be the way forward in less than a minute?
The way forward...
Because he's not the only person who has called for an overhaul.
Yeah, even the host of, you know, because she's the host of the Math and Science Quiz, you put that under entertainment, right? Because it's a TV show. The host of the Math and Science Quiz have even talked about how, you know, the sciences are... The universities seems to focus too much on retention of knowledge in the theory, right? Our education system needs to be more practicalized. I remember when we were kids,